Leviathan, present thyself.
Leviathan, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yasharala.
Leviathan, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yashala.
Yahweh Hashem Yashai Barakathon.
Yahweh Hashem Yashai Barakathon. Did he come up with the Lord again?
La Yasharala.
Majim, which means to stand. Wapayan Hakudam, which means turn and face the east. You're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew after me. Abanaw, Shabbat Shabbat,
Shabbat Shabbat.
Kodash, I.S.U.P.K, Shemka, Yahweh, Lapaka, Laba'a, Ratazayah, I.S.U.P.K, Baratiza, Kawa, I.S.U.P.K, Bashamaya, Benanaw, Akam, Cow, Wam, Wasalakina, Kapawakina, Kasalakina, Kapawakina, Wala'a, W.I.N.A, Banisaya 1, Abal, Hawashayna, Mayat, Rye, Kaya, Laka, Hamalak, Waha'ala, Watapara, La'awalamia, Ahmad.
In English, our Father,
Our Father,
John Heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth,
In earth,
as it is in heaven. Give us this day.
Give us this
our
day
daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debts.
as we forgive our debts.
Lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation,
But deliver us.
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom,
And the power.
and the power,
And the glory.
and the glory.
So be it.
So be it.
We're going to say Hakak, the power in Hebrew after me. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahweh,
Hashem Yahweh,
Baba Kasha,
Baba Kasha,
Nathanael,
Nathanael,
Hakak,
Hakak,
Lapa'a,
Lapa'a,
Kamakala,
Kamakala,
Kamadawa,
Kamadawa,
Hakak,
Hakak,
Latahar,
Latahar,
Hamataza right,
Hamataza right,
Hakak,
Hakak,
Lahaki,
Lahaki,
Hamaki,
Hamaki,
Hakak,
Hakak,
Arakawa,
Arakawa,
Hatama Allah,
Tamala,
the Gar Shun,
the Gar Shun,
Ba'ashem Yahweh,
Hashem Yahweh,
the Wada Amad,
the one Amman, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh,
please give us the power,
please give us the power,
power to heal,
power to heal
all manner of sickness,
all manner of sickness,
all manner of disease,
all manner of disease,
power to cleanse the left,
power to cleanse the left,
power to raise the dead,
power to raise the dead,
power against unclean spirits,
power against unclean spirit,
cast them out,
cast them out,
in the name of Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
We're going to say, bless Israel in Hebrew. Repeat after me. Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahweh.
Hashem Yahweh,
Barak Lanaw.
Rock and out,
Bayasha'ala.
Yahweh,
Wahabaya.
Wahabaya,
Sapari.
Sapari,
Rak.
Barak,
Pah.
Rapah,
Magun.
Magun,
Magun.
Magun,
Ba'ashem Yahweh.
Hashem Yahweh,
Wada Amad.
what I'm Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh,
bless us,
bless us,
and Israel,
and Israel,
and the school,
And
the school,
bless,
bless,
heal,
heal,
shield,
shield,
protect,
protect
our loved ones,
our loved
in
ones.
the name of Yahweh,
In the name of Yahweh,
thank you,
Thank you.
so be it.
so be it.
We're going to say Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Repeat after me. Asha'a.
Asha,
Ayanyu.
Ayan,
Ahari.
Ahar,
Ma'ayam.
Ma'ayan,
So, Yaba'a.
Yabba,
Izari.
Izari,
Izari.
Izari,
Ma'an.
Ma'ayan,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Aisha.
Asha,
Shemaiah.
Shemai,
Baratiza.
Larat,
Ayathan.
Ayatan,
Namawat.
Lamawat,
Regal.
Regat,
Al-Yanawam.
Ayatamwa,
Shamar.
Shamar,
Hana.
Ana,
La'a.
La'a,
Yanawam.
Yanawam,
Wala'a.
Wala'a,
Yayashun.
Yayashun,
Shawamar.
Sharama,
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Shamar.
Shamar,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Kazal.
Zap,
Al-Ya.
Aliyah,
Yummy.
Yummy,
Yawamam.
Yawamam,
Hashamash.
Hashmash,
La'a. Kai. Bayrak.
Wayra,
Layla.
Layla,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yashamar.
Yashmar,
Makara.
Kara,
Yashamar.
Yashmar,
Afnapash.
Amapash,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yashamar.
Yashmar,
Taza'at.
Taza'at,
Wa'at.
Wa'at,
Ma'itha.
Ma'atha,
Wa'awalam.
Ma'adawalam,
Wa'amat.
I will lift up mine eyes to the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
Help coming from Yahweh.
My help comes from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and
He will
earth.
not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee,
He that keepeth
will
thee
not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel,
he that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
From all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out,
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
This time forth,
This time forth,
and even evermore.
and even evermore.
So be it.
So be it. You want to say Psalms 83 in the Hebrew? You have to meet Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al-Damayim,
Al-Damayim,
Al-Dakarash,
Al-Dakarash,
Al-Bashakwat,
Al-Bashkwat,
Al-Kayahanna,
Kayahana,
Al-Yabika,
Al-Yabika,
Yahanna Yawan,
Yahanna,
Mashanayim,
Wamashanayim,
Nasha'aw,
Nasha'aw,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Aim,
Al-Amika,
Ariyam,
Yariyam,
Suwaz,
Suwaz.
Wayataya Aitas,
Wayataya Aitas,
Atazapawanyaka,
Al-Zapawanika,
Amar,
Amar,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakaki,
Wanakaki,
Magali,
Magali,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yasakar,
Yasakar,
Sham Yasha'aw,
Sham Yasha'aw,
Aywa,
Aywa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawaitas,
Nawaitas,
La,
La,
Hikab,
Yakabi,
Ali,
Ali,
Barya,
Barya,
Yakarath,
Yakarath,
Aholi,
Ahoy,
Arawam,
Adawam,
Wayashama Ali,
Wayashma'ai,
Mawa'ab,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagori,
Wahagari,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'aimawan,
Waimawan,
Wa'amalat,
Waimalat,
Palashah,
Palashah,
Yashabi,
Anisha,
Tazawul,
Tazawul,
Gamashuwal,
Gamashua,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Aima,
Aima,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Sarawai,
Sarawai,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aishalaham,
Aishalaham,
Kamadi,
Kamadi,
Kasai Sara'ah,
Sai Sarah,
Piyabi,
Piyabi,
Banakal,
Bonapal,
Kuyashua,
Koyashua,
Nashamadu,
Nashamaka,
Ba'ayanda Ira,
Bayenda,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Adama,
Ladama,
Shayatambu,
Shaydam,
Nadayabu,
Nadiyam,
Ka'ira, because of Abba,
because of
because of Ba,
because of Ba,
because of Zamanai,
because of Damana,
Kana Sayakambu,
Countless I come,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amar,
Amar,
Naya Rashad,
Ayurasha,
Nanawa,
Lanawa,
Na'awa,
Na'wa,
Alahaya,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahayam,
Shayatambu,
Shaydam,
Kagagu,
Gagwa,
Kwash,
Quash,
Panya Raka,
Lapanya Raka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Saba Ira Ira,
the Bahari Ira,
Kala Haba,
Kala Haba,
Kala Hut,
Salahat,
Haryam,
Haryam,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradat,
Thirdat,
Basa Ira,
Basari,
Wabasa Wapata,
Ubato Pop,
the Bahala,
the Bahala,
Mala'a,
Malaha,
Panya Hum,
Panya,
Kualawan,
Walawan,
Waya Bakwash,
Wayabash,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahaw,
Yabash,
Yabash,
Waya Ba'ayu,
Wayabahaw,
yes, like Waya Bahayu,
Wayabahaw,
I to I,
Eye,
Waya Kapaw,
Wayabahaw,
Waya Badu,
Wayabad,
Waya the Iwa,
Wayadai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atha,
Atha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahaw,
Yahaw,
Labak,
Labak,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
Al Kaharata,
Ta'aka, Rasa,
the Wada Allah.
keep not thy sounds, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy sounds, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still.
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
O lo.
O lo.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee,
They that hate thee,
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy
They
people.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They consulted against thy hidden
They have
ones.
said,
They have said,
Come, and let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation.
The name of Israel.
The name of Israel.
Maybe no more remembrance.
Maybe no more remembrance.
But they are consulted together.
They have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
Fettered against
They
thee.
have federated against thee.
Tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles of
Even
Edom.
the Ishmaelites.
Ishmaelites.
Moab.
Moab.
Hagarim.
Hagarim.
Baal and Ammon.
Baal and Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
But sure is also drawn with them.
Sure is also joined with
They
them.
have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
To the Midianites.
To the Midianites.
As to Sarah.
As to Sarah.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Shaw.
And the brook of Shaw.
Purge that indoor.
Purge that indoor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a rat.
Make their nobles like a rat.
Like the ant.
Like the ant.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes.
All their princes.
As the Ba.
As the Ba.
And as the Muna.
As the Muna.
Who said,
Said,
let us take to
let
ourselves
us take to ourselves
the house of Yahweh in possession.
the house of Yahweh.
Oh my power.
Oh, my power.
Make them like the wheel.
Make them like the wheel.
As a stubble before the wind.
As stubble before the wind.
As a fire burneth the wood.
As a fire burns the wood.
And as a flame set the mountains on fire.
Flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute
with thy tempest
with thy tempest.
and make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their face with
Fill
shame.
their face with
That
shame.
they may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble forever.
In trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to
And
shame.
perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
His name alone.
His name alone.
Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Most high. Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it. We're going to say the blessings in the Hebrew. Repeat after me. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahai.
Wa Alahai.
Tazabaya.
Tazabaya.
Alawat Yahanna.
Alawat Yahanna.
Ha Alawapi.
Ha Alawat.
Ha Sereni.
Ha Sereni.
Ha Quartus Yodi.
Ha Kwazi
Ha Koya Yodi.
Ha Kwazi Yodi.
Wa Hakwati.
Wa Kwazi.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahweh Shah.
Hashem Yahweh.
Wa
Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
Mike.
And Mike.
And the angel.
And the angel.
Commander General Yahanna.
Commander General Yahanna.
The general.
General.
The captain.
Captain.
The officer.
All
Troopers. And
And
assistant.
assistant.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
We're going to say the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
All things living.
All things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
And even the curses.
And even the curses.
Punishment and destruction.
A punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against
That
us.
speak against
My
us.
prophet.
That prophet.
Teachers.
Teachers.
Princes.
Princes.
Priests.
Priests.
Israelite brothers.
Israelite brothers.
And even the curses.
And even the curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
And shake loose.
Treasure of the rich of Israel.
Treasure of the rich of Israel.
They refuse to get to the school.
They refuse to get to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Enter into thy
And
sanctuary.
even the curse.
And even the curse.
Punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And nations.
And nations.
And the drug dealers.
And the drug dealers.
Courses.
Courses.
Prisons. Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of enemies.
All the governments of enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
Pope. Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia. Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinhead. Posse Comitatus. The gay movement.
Gay movement.
The lesbian movement.
Lesbian movement.
Spies. Works of witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
Space program.
That's space program.
Army. Navy. Air Force. Marines. Wall Street. Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airway.
And the airway.
Cable access channel.
Cable access channel.
And a radio channel.
Radio channel.
Wicked spirit.
Wicked spirit.
Many of thy
Many of thy
people seek to stop us.
Seek to stop
And bring swift destruction.
Bring swift destruction.
To all the heathens.
All the heathens.
To stand in the way.
Stand in the way.
Try and stop us.
Try to stop them.
Broadcast your word.
Broadcast your word.
About the planet Earth.
Like the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
All the plagues.
Let loose all the
Cause
plagues.
them to go.
Cause them to go.
To and fro.
To and fro.
Through the earth.
Through the earth.
Consume them.
Consume them.
Let the plague.
Let the plague.
Shake the house of thieves.
Shake the house of thieves.
And the murderer.
And the murderer.
Let Yahweh shine.
Let Yahweh shine.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Down the flying saucers.
Down the flying saucers.
Punish all the heathen.
Punish all the heathen.
They come up against us.
Come up against
As
us.
we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Cause to be known.
Cause to be known.
By all.
By all.
It is the angel that I've done
It is
it.
the angel that I've done it.
Cause to be spread.
Cause to be spread.
Through the media.
Through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake that coming.
Cause to shake that
In the
coming.
name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it. Saw, which means to turn. Yeshabia, which means be seated.
In a period, Shabian, which means to be seated. We're going to continue on where we had left off last week. We're going to get Salakia. We're going to get Leviticus, 3rd chapter, 16 through 17, and then 4th chapter, 1 through 5. Kagar, can you take that first one, Barbara?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 3, verse 16. Yeah, verse 16. Waha Quatayon, Saki, Quatayorum, Hakahan, Hamasabak, Hamasabaka, Lakam, Asha, Larayak, Nayakaka, Ka, is a color, a collab, right? Or that's color separate. That was collab, Salaki. La Yahweh, verse 17. Kakwaf, Iwalam, Ladarath Yakun, Bakal, Mawashabath Yakun, Kal, Kalab, Wakal, Dama, La'a, Ta'akawa, was like Leviticus chapter 4, verse 1. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 2. Debar, Al, Bunya, Yasha Allah, La'amar, Napash, Kaya, Thakata, Basha Gaga, Makal, Matazawak, Yahweh, Ashar, La'a, the Aishian, it's like the Aishiana, Wa'aisha, Ma'aka, Mahana, verse 3, Amah, Hakahan, Hamashayak, Yakata, La Ha'ain, Waha Koraya, Al, Quata Athawa, Saki, it's Kata Athwa, Ashar, Kata'a, Parah, Bun, Bakar, Thumium, La Yasha'ala, La Kata'ah, verse 4, Wahabaya, Wahabaya, no, that's Wahabaya, Ah, Hapar, Al, Pathak, Ahal, Mawa'id, Punt, Lapunya, Yahweh, Wasamak, Ah, Yadawa, Al, Ra'ash, Hapar, Washakat, Ah, Hapar, so it's Hapar, Lapunya, Yahweh, verse 5, Wala Quack, Hakahan, Hamasha Yak, Madam, Hapar, Wahabaya, Athawa, Al, Ahal, Mawa'id.
All right, we're gonna read the same passage in English. We're gonna get Leviticus 3:16 through 17, and then 4:1 through 5.
This is Leviticus chapter 3, verse 16. And the priest shall burn them upon the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire for a sweet savor. All the fat is the Lord's. It shall be a perpetual statute for your generations throughout all your dwellings, that ye eat neither fat nor blood. Chapter 4, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a soul shall sin through ignorance against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which ought not be done, and shall do against any of them, if the priest that is anointed do sin according to the sin of the people, then let him bring for his sin which he has sinned a young bullock without blemish unto the Lord for a sin offering.
So this is showing the nation that if you sin against the Most High God, blood is required. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Blood has always been required if we sin against the Most High God. Now, what is sin? Sin is breaking any of these laws.
Right.
That is the definition of sin. You transgress the law. So if you sin, blood is required. It has always been that way. Just because nowadays, right now, if you sin, you ain't dying right then and there on the spot. Blood was required. Christ gave that blood. He gave that blood so that we can come back and never do it again. Not like how the Christians teach you, say, hey, you're covered under the blood of Jesus.
Right.
and then you can go out and smoke that weed and pop that whore, and divorce your husband.
Right.
and put your husband on child support. Even though he's doing everything possible that to be in the child, leaving your husband, you know what I'm saying? Having an art with your brother for no reason, hating him, despising him, you know what I'm saying? Setting him up for anything and everything under the sun, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean you can just go and do any of that stuff.
Right.
All of that, everything that I just described is breaking the law. You know what I'm saying? You eating a ham sandwich is breaking the law.
Right.
You eating pepperoni pizza, pork pepperoni pizza, you breaking the law. You go into that seafood boil and eating all that disgustingness, the vileness, you know what I'm saying? That's breaking the law. that shrimp etouffee and
Right.
and all that crap. Po' boy, shrimp po' boy. Yeah, you're breaking the law. Brothers and sisters who live right over here, go 20, 30 miles up the road and go to the crab spot. You're breaking the law. Blood is required. Christ gave that blood so that now that you know not to do that, you were never to do that.
Right.
Now, if you break that law and you know that blood is required, and Christ gave his blood for you, shed his blood for you, and you continue to do that, the Lord be with you.
Right.
That's all I can say, because he ain't gonna be with you. Blood is still gonna be required, but it may not be the blood that you want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It may not be yours. it may be the blood of your child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The blood of your mother, your favorite uncle. You know what I'm saying? Blood is going to be required. It's like, I don't mean to go. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and type it in chat. If anybody has any questions in here in the class, go ahead and raise your hand. You have something?
Yeah, I don't know if you want me to speak ahead or wait till that story come up, but the Most High is the best gangster in the world. What I mean by that is he took out families. Like, if you give a commandment and you don't do it, it's a story where he say burn the tent, burn the mall, burn everything, and that's something you do not want to be in. That's horrific. Just know that your sin, and then you put your family into it. He's wiping your whole generation out.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. That was a tough story.
Yeah.
That was a tough one. He was saying someone's sin caused, I don't know, something like 30 or 40 Israelites to die,
Right.
something like that. And the Most High was like, find out who it is, and I'm gonna get on my untouchables.
Right.
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burned to the ground. He said, even the livestock that he had,
Right.
got to go. The dog can't live. You know what I'm saying? You got a cat, that's going. You have some goldfish, that's going too. I don't want it around.
Right.
He had some shoes. Them shoes got to go. You got to burn them things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The tent got to get burnt. Any trace of this bastard has to go.
Right.
That's gangster.
Right.
That's gangster. You know what? And you know what? The daughter didn't do anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The son didn't do anything. He didn't. It didn't say that he told his family that he's sinning against the Most High God.
Right.
But the whole household had to go.
Right.
Whole household had to go. Why? Because, and this happened in front of everybody.
Right.
It happened in front of everybody. Everybody gathered around and said, "Hey, this whole family, the livestock, the horses, the whatever they had, they owned, the TVs, you know what I'm saying, the cars, whatever whatever they had to get burned down to the ground."
Right.
Because they sinned against the Most High God. And everybody had to see that to say, well, damn. The only thing he did was take a wedge of gold.
Right.
I would have taken some gold. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not now.
No.
I ain't gonna do that now.
Right. Matter of fact, they probably dropped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember what was it? Man, what was that movie? Man. With Samuel Jackson. Menace to Society.
Right.
And he was, the dude owed him some money, and he basically cursed him out. He was like, "What you gonna do?" And he ended him.
Right.
And then he was like, "You gonna owe me some money?" He was like, "Nah, but here." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like any of y'all else said, "Nah, but hey, you want some, here, take all this."
Right.
Yeah.
That was a spirit that the Most High was cultivating. Like,
Right.
hey, you do this, hey, it's gonna be some biblical stuff going on.
Right.
And don't think biblical stuff does not happen right now.
Right.
Because ask Kerrville, Texas. What was it? 20 feet of rain in 45 minutes? That's biblical.
Right.
It's gonna be some furniture moving. What's up? You have something?
Yeah, I was just thinking what it was so heavy. What it was saying that you wouldn't even want the dust of no gold on you. Be like, no,
Right.
Yeah.
you be dusting your
Yeah.
feet. Like, I don't nothing.
Right.
I ain't got nothing.
Ooh,
I ain't got nothing.
if I could, one last thing, because the spirit just hit me too. Because back in the day when I was growing up, we had children that be like, man, your father's strict. But fast forward to today, they still living. The brothers and sisters that didn't have that strict father, they dead and gone. We got some friends that's not here today, but you still here by having that strict father. And that's the same strict father that we have in the Bible. God, the Bible, he's strict because he loves us and he wants us to live. If you die, it's because you sinned, you disobeyed.
Right.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Leviticus chapter 4, verse 4. And he shall bring the bullock unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, and shall lay his hand upon the bullock's head and kill the bullock before the Lord. And the priest that is anointed shall take of the bullock's blood and bring it to the tabernacle of the congregation.
So even then, there was specific rules and regulations on how things are supposed to operate. Everything is done in decency and order according to the Most High God, and He teaches us decency and order. And if you want to get right, this is how you get right. No other way else. Do it the way I told you to do it,
Right?
Or you failed, or it's worth nothing. You did it for nothing. And even in those days, a bullock was something very, very valuable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a bullock without blemish, anybody who breeds, you know what I'm saying, or is into, breeding, whether it's horses or, dogs or anything like that. Anything that a purebred, a thoroughbred. And I ain't looked this, but I heard that, a horse that won so many races and whatnot, once they win them races, they get a lot of money, but they get even more money just breeding them. Just like, hey, let them go out and have a lineage, a line, you know what I'm saying? And then when those horses have, win, it just, his stock still goes up. You know what I'm saying? So he the owner of those horses gets even more money just breeding them. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you had a prize bullock in this case, and not just it's just a big bull. A few years ago, you remember it was a big. I want to say it was like it was either a bully or a pit bull. Hulk. That thing was out everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got something?
No, I was say he was a pit bull.
It was a pit bull. It was a pit bull, and the Hulk was just that dude got a ton of money just breeding that dog. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine if you sin and the thing that makes you the most money,
Right?
You got to give it up. You got to give up that thing that makes you the most money. Like the Most High didn't say, hey, you got 10 dogs that you breed. Just give me one of them. Nah, he said, I want your best one, the one without blemish.
Right.
And that Hulk, you know what I'm saying, that went viral. Everybody knew about that. That dog had a head about that big, you know what I'm saying? And the water. They had a head about that big and brought that dude a whole ton of money. You know what I'm saying? You got to give that up. Right. You got to give up that horse that won the, I think it was like the big three, the Triple Crown.
Right.
And he had 3 other, horses that he bred that won the Triple Crown as well. His stock is through the roof because you wanted to pop a whore. Now you got to go and you got to go give that horse up. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is, and it's very specific. You can't just take him out back and then slaughter him and then bring him to the priest, because then it's worth nothing.
Right.
The Most High God said, do it this specific way. Bring him to the tabernacle, lay a hold of him, and then you do it. Then you do it. The one that made you the most money, you gotta look it in the eye and say your goodbyes.
Right.
And then do it.
Right.
That's how gangster the Most High is.
If I could, like, one word that Christians fail to remember is humble. That right there should humble you.
Yeah.
They don't know how to be humble no more. They just proud. That's an evil spirit.
Kendrick said, "Be humble."
Right. God.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna continue on. We're gonna get matter of fact, margin, and up here our margin, which means to stand. Got your out. Present thyself.
Ragashala, Banyahawa, Banyashala.
Gashala Banyala Banyashala.
How about Shim Yawa Shabrakathum?
Yahabashim. Hey man, okay, you shopping? You need to be seated. All right, we're gonna get the next one. Leviticus chapter 4, 6 through 12. I'm gonna take this one. Leviticus 4, 6. What a ball, Hakahan, Ath, Atata Ba'aiwa, Badum, Wahaza, Mana, Hadum, Shabai, Hap, Sakya, Imyam, Lapunya, Yahweh, Ath, Punya, Parakath, the Hakwadash, verse 7, Hakahan, Sakya, Wanath, Hakahan, Mana, Hadum, Al, Quara, Nawath, Mazabach, Quatarath, Hasamyam, Lapunya, Yahweh, Ashar, Baha, Ba, Ahal, Mawa'ai, Wa'ath, Kal, Dum, Hapar, Yasha, Pak, Al, Yahweh, Sake, Yasa, Wad, Mazabach, Ha, Ila, Ashar, Pathach, Ha, Sake, Ahal, Mawa'ai, verse 8, Wa'ath, Kal, Halab, Par, Sake, Para, Hacha, Tath, Haka Ta'ath, Yarayum, Mamumnawa, Ath, Haka Lab, Hama Kasa, Al, Hakwa Rab, Wa'ath, Kal, Ha, Halab, Ashar, Al, Hakwa Rab, verse 9, Wa'ath, Shathia, Haka Layath, Wa'ath, Hakalab, Ashar, Al Yahun, Ashar, Al, Haka Salyum, Wa'ath, Haya Tharath, Al, Hakabad, Al, Haka Layawath, Yasa Yarana, verse 10, Kashar, Warum, Mashawar, Zabach, Hashalamyam, Waha Quat Tayarum, Hakahan, Als, Mazabach, Ha'ila, verse 11, Wa'ath, I war, Hapar, Wa'ath, Kal, Basharwa, Al, Ra'ashwa, Wa'al, Kara'ayawa, Waporabwa, Waporashwa, verse 12, Waha, Wataza, Ya'af, Al, Hapar, Al, Maha, Wataza, Lama, Rahan, Sake, Lama, Kana, Al, Makwam, Tahawar, Al, Shapak, Hadashun, Washarap, Athwa, Al, Itazayam, Ba'ash, Al, Shapak, Hadashun, Yasharap. All right, we're going to say it in English. Leviticus 4, 6 through 12. If anybody has any questions, go ahead, type it in the chat. Anybody have any questions or comments or anything like that, go ahead, raise your hand.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 4, verse 6. And the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle of the blood 7 times before the veil of the sanctuary. Verse 7. And the priest shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar of sweet incense before the Lord, which is in the tabernacle of the congregation. And it shall pour all the blood of the bullock at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 8, and he shall take off from it all the fat of the bullock for the sin offering, the fat that cover the inwards and all the fat that is upon the inwards.
So if anybody has ever serviced an animal, when I say service an animal, if anybody's ever, what's the word, like butcher an animal, you know that like certain organs have, you know, fat around them, or even when you clean your chicken, you know what I'm saying, you know, you got some fat around it. If anybody has ever gotten a chicken that went from live to, you know, the bucket, you know what I'm saying, it's a beautiful thing, actually, you know what I'm saying. It's very spiritual. Wring that neck, you know what I'm saying, we get the blood out, you know, cut it where, you know, the blood drips out, remove the feather. It's a beautiful process, you know what I'm saying, and it gives you an appreciation for, you know, life, you know what I'm saying. If you ever have an opportunity to do that, go to a farm and whatnot, go ahead and just do that. But what I'm saying is, when you take out the organ, then you can see, because what you see at the grocery store a lot of times is it's all that stuff is not gonna say all of it, a majority of the stuff is removed, you know what I'm saying. They make it look pretty and whatnot. But if you actually, you know, go out and hunt and or slaughter your own livestock, you're gonna see, you know, how raw it is, you know what I'm saying. So what they did was they actually took the organs and removed the fat out of it. Now some people, I don't know how or why, but there's some sisters, some women I should say, that don't even like, you know, the touch of raw meat. Has anybody ever heard of that?
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't like the touch of raw. Some people just don't like the sight of that much, you know, blood. It is just, you know, unjarring. If you see it, you know, it's just like, whoa, you know. So if anybody has ever hung around some Levites, man, they I understand why they were the original priests, you know what I'm saying, because they dealt with blood where to a level where anybody else deals with, you know, that amount of blood, you know, because niggas like to sin.
Right.
And there's a reason why Christ had to come, you know, come to the scene, is because all we would do is just, all right, well, just like how the way niggas be at right now, they do what they do on Saturday night, and Sunday morning they go and get a plan B. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, well, I made a mistake, so here's the correction to the mistake. And Christ had to come back and be like, hey, nah, that's not how the way, that's not the spirit of the law. That's if you know what I'm saying, you running and then you trip. You don't trip on purpose. You know what I'm saying? You don't fall down, stumble, and roll over and skin your knees up and rip your clothes up on purpose. Right. It's something that you fell weak to, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't paying attention or whatever, and you did something that was against the Most High. There was a way back, and that was to slaughter something. But we took it as, hey, well, all we gotta do is this.
Right.
Yeah. No problem. You know what I'm saying? No problem. And that's what we did. And that's honestly, that's what Christians are teaching us to do right now.
Right.
Just do that sin and just come to church on Sunday and say, God, I'm sorry. And then everything is forgiven. Or if you're Catholic, just say 5 Hail Marys and 3 Holy Mother, whatever. I don't know what they say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And that'll be a penance. Nigga, what? No. That was never penance. You know what I'm saying? Just saying some words. No, that was never. It was blood was required. So right now, the Most High allowed us to have a way back through Christ. But the deal is, we can never do those things again. Never. You know what I'm saying? You can test some waters. Test them if you want to. Me, on the other hand,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, I know how gangster the Most High is. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to test him out. Right. You know, I ain't about that life. You know what I'm saying? About other things, but I ain't about that life. Salaki, let's keep going.
Kind of verse 9. And the 2 kidneys and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks in the caul above the liver, with the kidneys, it shall he take away. Verse 10.
So it's very specific. The kidneys and the flank are specifically where things were. And they say, you know, there's no science in the Bible. Isn't this anatomy right here?
Right.
Kind.
Man, we gonna get into some more science too.
Right.
We're gonna get into some more science as we go on. But let's keep going.
Verse 10, as it was taken off from the bullock of the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn them upon the altar of the burnt offering. Verse 11, and the skin of the bullock and all his flesh with his head and with his legs and his inwards and his dung. Verse 12, even the whole bullock shall he carry forth without the camp unto a clean place, where the ashes are poured out, and burn him on the wood with fire. Where the ashes are poured out shall he be burnt.
Most High Christ. In case you didn't know, bullocks are very large animals. In order to maneuver these bullocks, you're gonna have to be a strong man. You know what I'm saying? Because bullocks weigh, hundreds of pounds. 1,500 pounds, and you're maneuvering this like, god damn. You know what I'm saying? And then you cutting into them, dicing them up, butchering them. That's a very skillful thing. A very skillful thing in order to do something like that. Not everybody could do it. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody even has a stomach to do it. But the Levites, man, them brothers. Boy, I tell you. You just hang around some Levites and you know exactly what I'm talking about. I remember I was talking to this one Levite brother, and it was this story that I already heard, seen, and I didn't understand what I was seeing at first, so I could watch it. Right? It was these two cats sword fighting. They had machetes and they was like fighting. You know what I'm saying? But they was getting each other. It was at night and I couldn't really see it, but I saw it. And then I come to realize, that they was cutting each other, like dead ass cutting each other. It was like, I don't care if I get hit. I'm just trying to hit you. At the end of it, they walked their separate ways, and the dude went and picked something up. Like, what he picked up? Dude picked up his arm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just picked up his arm and just went walking away. Right. So I see that. I was like, yeah, I don't want to see that again. But the brother was showing like, hey, look at this. I'm like, no, I'm good. No, you got to see it.
No, you
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't revel. You know how people watch them thousand faces of death and whatnot. Right. I don't revel in that. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell am I watching? And they really showing this stuff, right? I'm good. But Levites, man, they were like, they're a different breed, man.
Right.
and I know why they're a different breed. And it's very understood that, when the priest came to town, you know what I'm saying? Priest came to town, people were scared. I totally understand it. Because they weren't scared to bring the Lord's justice. Now they didn't do this just for the lust of it. It was required of them to execute judgment. And there's no better people to do that than priests. And at this point in time, it was the Levites. And any other priest that right now we're under the priesthood of Melchizedek, which is any of the tribes that the Most High says you're a priest. You got that oil poured on your head, and you're ordained from the Most High. You are that priest. You ought to carry out that justice. You know what I'm saying? Now, when Christ comes back, the justice is, hey, stop doing this, or the Most High is gonna get you. Right. We ain't gonna lay a finger on you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna lay a finger on you. But when the Most High gets a hold of you, there's no getting away. You ever had an older brother who's roughing you up and you just can't get away? When you was a kid, you try to get away. Right. Yeah, you ain't getting away. Yeah, the Most High, you ain't getting away from the Most High. Right. Anybody have anything? With that, men up here outside margin, which means to stand. Leviathan, present myself.
Leviathan, Ban Yahanna, Ban Yasharala.
Leviathan, Ban Yahanna, Ban Yasharala.
Yahweh I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh
I.S.U.P.K.
Here, Yeshabim, which means be seated. We're going to get next is Leviticus 4, 13 through 19. If you take that, Kukar.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 4, verse 13. I got you. Kal Ida Yasha. Sorry, that's 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's
cool.
right.
Verse 13. Kal Ida Yasha Allah Yashagwa Wana Ilam the bar Ma'ayan Ya Hakwahal Wa Aishua Akha Makar Matazawath Yahweh Ashar La'ah the Aishiyanah Wa Aishamwa, verse 14. Wana Wada I Hakata'ah Ashar Kata'awah I Aliyah Wahakar 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 Yabwa. So that's Ha Kwahal Gar Bun Bakar Lakata'ah Wahaba Ya'awa Wa Afwa Wapun Lapunya Ahal Mawa'ai, verse 15. Wasa Makwa Masawakawa Salaki. Wasa Makwa Zaquanya Ha'ida Yada Yahum Al Ra'ash Hapar Salaki. Lapunya Yahweh Washakat Hapar Lapunya Yahweh, verse 16. Wahaba Ya'ah Hakahan Hamashiach Madam Hapar La'ah Osaki Al Ahal Mawa'ai, verse 17. Watabal Hakahan Atazaba Iwa Manah Hadam Wahazah Shabai Pa'ayamyam Pa'ayamyam, the one. Lapunya Yahweh Punya Aparakah. Haparakah, verse 18. Waman Hadam Yathan Al Krawanath Hamazabak Ashar Lapunya Yahweh Ashar Ba'ahal Mawa'ai Wa'af Kal Adam Yashapak Al Yasawad Mazabak Ha'ila Ashar Pathak Ahal Mawa'ai, verse 19. Wa'af Kal Kalabwa Yayam, right? Yayam Mamam Nawah Ilam
Hawa.
Waha. So like Waha Kwatat Yara, right? Oh no, Katiyar Hamasa Baka.
Sign Christ. All right, we're going to read the same passage in English. We're going to get Leviticus 4, 13 through 19.
Leviticus chapter 4, verse 13. And if the whole congregation of Israel sin through ignorance, and the thing be hid from the eyes of the assembly, and they have done somewhat against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which should not be done, and are guilty, when the sin which they had sinned against, it is known, then the congregation shall offer a young bullock for the sin, and bring him before the tabernacle of the congregation. And the elders of the congregation shall lay their hands upon the head of the bullock before the Lord, and the bullock shall be killed before the Lord. And the priest that is anointed shall bring the bullock's blood to the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall dip his finger in some of the blood, and sprinkle 7 times before the Lord, even before the veil. And he shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar, which is before the Lord, that is in the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall pour out all the blood at the bottom of the altar and of the burnt offering, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall take all his fat from him and burn it upon the altar.
Again, this is more standard operating procedure as far as how to present a proper sacrifice unto the Most High God, and how the way is done. You know what I'm saying? How the way the Most High wants it, how the way is supposed to be done, how the way is supposed to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? If you were to sin, you know what I'm saying, this is how the way is supposed to be done. All right, you're supposed to get a young bullock for this certain type of sin. Bring it to the priest. It'll be killed right there. The blood will be sprinkled. You know what I'm saying, and then it'll be butchered, and the fat will be cleaned off of the organs, and then there will be the certain specific organs, and then it's supposed to be burnt according to the way the Most High God wants it, in order for your sins to be forgiven at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? But Israel, you know, you give us an inch, we take a mile. You know what I'm saying? All I got to do is buy this bullock in order for me to go and do this thing. No sweat. I got the money. I got the funds. or niggas be planning like, hey, well, let me save up. Hold on, I ain't got enough money for that bullock yet. so hold on, I ain't gonna do it right now. Now, you know what I'm saying, I got the tax return. You know what I'm saying? It's on. I'm gonna get high. I'm gonna have a high. You know what I'm saying? We get high, and I'm gonna do all these things because I already got the bullock. You know what I'm saying? That's how the way we were. And you know how just like I said before, you know how I can prove it, because Christians do it right now. Christians do it right now, but they don't have to go out and buy a sin offering. All they gotta do is go to church and say, "White Jesus." They have to go out and say, "White Jesus." You know what I'm saying? I sinned, and I'm sorry.
Right.
And then go out and do it right again. Go out and do it right again. Most High God gonna kill you for that. Salaki, you got something?
Oh, sorry.
No, I just saw a picture of Judah coming up to the 3 or 4 bullocks. You know, I sinned in this one. I sinned on that.
Yeah.
Even bought 3 or 4 bullocks.
Yeah. My bad. You know what I'm saying? But I got some bullocks there for you. So,
And I was gonna say, when I was coming up as a kid, I never understood why parents used to say, "I've been there and I've done that," not knowing they got that reference from the Bible. There's nothing new for the son. So all the wickedness we do now happened thousands of years ago. Ain't nothing different.
yeah, and parents did them things.
Right.
Parents did them things. That's why they looking at you like, come on, you think I'm stupid?
Right.
I got my son, he be talking about, hey, I did this, I did that. I just be looking at him. Word.
Right.
Yeah.
You did that? Okay. Okay. Well, what about this? And then he look at me stupid, like, oh, you ain't think I knew? You ain't think I know about that? How you think I knew about that? You can't get over on me. You just can't. You just can't. And I tell him all the time. Every time you think you're getting away with it, it's because I'm allowing you to get away with it.
Right.
When it comes time for tax, man, hey, I'm gonna take my pound of flesh. I'm gonna take my pound of flesh. You better, get right.
Right.
And this how, if anybody whose parents, understands this, we need to get right with the Most High, because once that pound of flesh, is required, man, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Anybody have any questions? All right, men up here, I say Imagine. We got the hour. Present that up.
SHALAM, by Yahanna, by SHALAM. Yahabashim Yabashah Braktham.
Yahabashim Yabashah Braktham. visual aids. Majum, Menapir, Yeshabium, Salaki. For those of you who may not have known what these why we have this up here. Just so you know, this is tradition what we did, you know, back in biblical times and whatnot. When we say present thyself, and you come up here and you present yourself, what you say is your name, what tribe you're from, and then what nation you're from. So his name is Rugash Allah. He's from the tribe of Judah, and he's from the nation of Israel. Now, if he would have said Rugash Allah Bun, yeah, you know, kind of Ein Bun what was Ham,
Right.
we would use these things.
What
You
did I say
understand? Well, he started. I just continued on. You know what I'm saying? If he would have said, "Hey, you know, I am from, you know, Mabombe, whatever." You know what I'm saying? Oh, word. You know what I'm saying? And then we would have used these things. Would have got used. You know what I'm saying? It would have been, you know, some staffs or, you know, some edge weapons like, you know, swords or whatever. They would have got used. Why? Because no heathens are allowed in the congregation.
Right.
So that is why, you know, we have this. Now, at the same time, you know what I'm saying, we are in captivity. We're in our you know, captivity. It will be illegal for us to use these. You know what I'm saying? Save self-defense. But if somehow my word were to, you know, find their way up in here and then they are to be found out, we would, you know, let them know that they're not welcome and then escort them to the door. And if they refuse to be escorted to the door, you get the right one. Salaki. Let me get the. Oh, it's more. Okay.
That was worse.
Hey, you know, we're telling you in no such, you know, in no uncertain terms.
Right.
Exit the premises. Post haste.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have these. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have these. We're gonna get this next one in the Hebrew. Leviticus chapter 4, 20 through 26. And I'm gonna take this one. It is verse 20, right? All right, verse 20. Well, Aisha, Lapar, Kashar, Aisha, Lapar, Haka Ta'af, Khan, Yasha, it's like Aisha, Lawa, Wakarak, it's like Wakapar, La'iham, Hakahan, Wana Salak, Laham, verse 21. Waha, Wataza Ya'a, Ath, Hapar, Al, Macha, Wataza, Lama, Hana, Wa, Shapar, Athwa, Ka'ashar, Shapar, Tlake, Sharap, Ath, Hapar, Hara, Ashwan, Kata'ath, Haka, Hal, Wa, Tlake, Hawa'a, verse 22, Ashar, Nasha Ya'a, Yaha Ta'a, Wa Aisha, Hath, Makal, Matazawath, Sake Matazawath, Yahweh, Alahayawa, Ashar, La'a, the Aisha, Yana, Shaba, Gaga, Wa, Asham, verse 23, Awa, Hawa, Da'ai, Alyawa, Ha, Ka Ta'athwa, Ashar, Ka Ta'ath, Baha, Haba, Sakya, Waha, Baya'a, Ath, Kwa, Rabunwa, Sha'ai Yar, Isayam, Zakar, Thumayam, verse 24. Wasamak, Yadwa, Al, Ra'ash. Hasha Ayar, Wacha, it's like Washa, Hat, Athwa, Bama, Kwawam, Ashar, Yasha, Kat, Ath, Ha'ayla, Lapanya, Yahawa, Kata Ath, Hawa'a. Verse 25. Walla, Quakha, Hakahan, Madam, Haka Ta'ath, Ba'a Taza Ba'iwa, Wanathan, Al, Quara Nath, Mazabak, Ha'ila, Wa'ath, Dumwa, Yashapak, Al, Yasawad, Mazabak, Ha'ila, verse 26, Wa'ath, Kal, Falabwa, Ya Quata Yar, Amazabaha, Ka, Khalab, Zabach, Hashalamyam, Wakapar, Alyawa, Hakahan, Maha Ta'athwa, Wana Salach Lawa. All right. We're going to read the same passage in English, Leviticus chapter 4, 20 through 26.
Khan. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 4, verse 20. And he shall do with the bullock as he did with the bullock for a sin offering. So shall he do with this, and the priest shall make an atonement for them, and it shall be forgiven them. Verse 21. And he shall carry forth the bullock without the camp, and burn him as he burned the first bullock. It is a sin offering for the congregation. Verse 22. When a ruler have sinned and done somewhat through ignorance against any of the commandments of the Lord, his concerning of his Lord, his God, concerning things which should not be done, and is guilty.
So it's saying if a ruler, someone who's put in charge and he sins and he doesn't know that he sinned, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, being on this side, it's kind of hard for me to say, hey, you sinned and you didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? But especially, a ruler, and if we grew up and you know what I'm saying, following the laws, statutes, and commandments, we should know, you know what I'm saying, the things that you know what I mean?
Right.
Because this is something that we learn, like even in school. Things, if we were to go to a school, we would learn the laws, you know what I'm saying? Even just growing up, hey, don't talk to your brother like that. You got a problem with him, don't tell me, go to him and fix it. You know what I'm saying? I see you looking at that young girl, you know what I'm saying? Did you talk to her father? You know what I'm saying? You want to get with her, she got a mouth on her. Once you get with her, you can never leave her ever. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. We this other nation lives right next to us. They're having a party over there because it's someone's birthday. We don't do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We growing up, we just know, the things that are that we can do and things that we cannot do. You know what I'm saying? But if at the same time, we do things knowingly, as even ignorance. You know what I'm saying? We should just know. Now, coming into terms now, when we're in captivity, when we're not told that we're not allowed to eat pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster, we're not allowed to celebrate birthdays, Christmas, and the white man's holidays. We're doing these things in ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Because no one told us that we couldn't do it. Right. Even the Christian church has a Halloween celebration at the church. Right. You know what I'm saying? You go to church and they have candies for the kids and whatnot. They go and do Easter egg hunts at the church. You know what I'm saying? You want to hold a birthday party, you can do it at the church. They got all these wicked things, you know what I'm saying, that we ain't supposed to do, that they advocate. Now we're doing these things in ignorance, you know what I'm saying? Because no one taught us that we are the true Jews and these laws apply to us. You know what I'm saying? Now, but they're saying if a ruler does it in ignorance, and he's found guilty. He did something like, for instance, how many of y'all guys know that usury is unlawful? Usury amongst us is unlawful. What is usury? Usury is like, hey, if I come to you for a loan and I need $1,000 for a couple days or a couple weeks, and you like, all right, I'll give you $1,000, but then you have to give me $1,100. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's usury. That interest that we get charged when we buy a car or buy a house or use a credit card, that's unlawful according to the Bible. Right. You know what I'm saying? Most of us don't even know that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What you owe, what you borrowed is what you get back. Now, if the this leader says, hey, I charge you asked for $1,000, give me back 1,200. That's usury. And if he didn't know that, he's found guilty. This is how the way he's supposed to go about it. Let's keep going.
Verse 23. Or if his sin wherein he have sinned come to his knowledge, he shall bring his offering, a kid of the goats, a male without blemish.
So he's saying bring a young goat. That's what a kid is. You know what I'm saying? Bring a young male goat without blemish. Okay. Keep going.
Verse 24. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the goat and kill it in the place where they killed the burnt offering before the Lord. It is a sin offering.
So earlier we were talking about bullocks and whatnot, because that brings in it had more value. You know what I'm saying? Anything, a larger animal, you could use it to carry to plow the fields, you know what I'm saying, to haul, goods from one place to another. You just use that for, a whole different thing. But as a small goat, you know what I'm saying, a young goat is not that valuable. They're saying okay, so like real quick, this is a question online. So like, sir, if I may, does that mean using credit card is unlawful? No, it does not mean using a credit card is unlawful. You can use a credit card. What usury is just like I was saying, if you loan somebody some money and then you charge them interest on whatever the money is, even if it's a small, minute number, that's unlawful according to the Most High God. Now, the scripture says, if we obey the Most High God, we'll be lenders and not borrowers. We've been disobedient to the Most High God, so we're borrowers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't own banks for the most part. You know what I'm saying? We don't give out money like Esau does, like Bank of America, like Wachovia, like you know what I'm saying, Capital One. We don't give out money like that. We give out $100, someone but let me borrow $100.
Right.
And that may even be a lot. Let me hold $5. You know what I'm saying? Let me get $5.
$100.
Yeah, right. Where am I gonna get that? Yeah, what's up?
When it's usury, does that only apply to our tribes, or are we allowed to do that?
So, question is, I believe it. So whenever you ask a question, I'm talking about just in general. Whenever you have a question, you should say, "Is it lawful? Is it lawful for us to do this or that?" And it's not by tribe; it's by nation. So I will be a Judite, and someone is a Gadite, whatnot. I can't do that. Someone is an Israelite, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Any amongst the 12 tribes, we are not to do that. Edomites, Hamites, Elamites, you know what I'm saying? Dutty too, Salakia, all them bastards, whatever. Charge them 75%. Just like they do to us. You know what I'm saying? We can do that to them, but as far as to us, we can't do that. Now the fake Jewish man, they offer themselves, interest-free loans. And they basing off of this law.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The usury law. There's other things that we are not allowed to do with each other that we can do with the heathens. For instance, like you have livestock or whatever, and it dies of itself, you can't eat it. You can't sell it to another Israelite. But a Ham might come by. Hey, I got some fresh meat for you.
Right.
Fresh meat. You know what I'm saying? You can sell it to them all the day long, but you can't sell it. You know what I'm saying? You can't consume it, and you can't sell it to another Israelite. You got something?
Yeah, if I could make it sound more gory, what Chinese people do, the rodents that they hit the car when they hit gears on the side of the road that sit for so long, they actually take that, butcher it, cook it, and sell it, and feed it to us. Make it sound like layman's terms. But we're not supposed to do that to each other, but that's what they do to us.
There's another reason to stay out that stay out that Asian spot. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Yeah. They don't mess with you. You know what I'm saying? So we shouldn't mess with them.
It's called a get rich quick scheme. They take whatever they can and make money from it, and they know we're gonna buy it.
Yeah. And them cats eat anything themselves. So Salakia. So she asked another question. It says, "Are you saying what the lender does is unlawful only?" I'm okay. So, like I was saying earlier, we can't do it to one another. We don't own Bank of America. We don't own Capital One. We don't own Navy Fed. We don't own all these other credit unions and banks and whatnot. Those are heathens. They don't have this law. They don't have any law, really. How do I know this? Because the president of the United States, is a convicted felon, broke 34 laws. Or he broke more than 34 laws. He was convicted of breaking, 34 laws.
Right.
So there were some laws that he was supposed to abide by. His laws, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't do it. He didn't do it. So they have laws, but they break all the time. We break laws because we're trying to be like them. Plain and simple. We're trying to be like them. We're trying to be like Esau. And that's why we break laws. If we are like how the way we're supposed to be according to the Bible, we'll be in paradise. We'll be in kingdom right now. You know what I'm saying? You got something else?
Verse 25.
Did that answer your question? All right, most time. Where we are?
Verse 25, sir.
25.
All
right, go ahead.
Verse 25. And the priest shall take of the blood of the sin offering with his finger and put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour out his blood at the bottom of the altar of burnt offering. Verse 26.
That's it. Oh, no, my bad. Yeah, 26.
Verse 26. And he shall burn all of his fat upon the altar as the fat of the sacrifice of peace offering, and the priest shall make an atonement for him as concerning his sin, and it shall be forgiven him.
So it shall be forgiven him. So the sin that happened, as I was saying earlier, any sin, in order for it to be atoned, it has to be blood. Has to be blood. Back in this time, you know what I'm saying? At this time, we was coming out of Egypt, and up until Christ, we had to create or get a turtle dove or a kid goat or a bullock, a young bullock, or the best bullock or whatever, in order for it to be atoned. Since Christ came on, the atonement was Christ. And that was for us to get our stuff together so that we do it no more.
Right.
No more pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. No more leaving our sisters. No more child support. You know what I'm saying? No more celebrating Christmas and New Year's and Valentine's Day. None of that. Once we learn this truth, we ain't supposed to be doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? No talking behind each other's backs. You know what I'm saying? Then people say, people think, sin is some big grandiose thing. Sin is, hey, I have a problem with you and I don't tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It could be as simple as that. And a lot of us, nowadays, we like to think of, hey, we got a problem with someone, we just don't mess with them no more. Nah, go to that brother and fix it. Right. Go to that sister and fix it. Hey, you said this or you did this and I felt this way. That brother or sister say, I didn't mean it that way. Salakia. I apologize. Boom, you gain a brother, you gain a sister. Whereas now you're looking at them from across the hall, just like, right? Yeah, exactly. yeah. You're just looking at them like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. What was that? I'm gonna drop a dime on him. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Eating a banana. Right. I don't like that.
Off
yeah, belly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like that at all. You looking at it, evil. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's something as simple as like I said, eating a ham sandwich, eating a pepperoni pizza.
Why you need a coat?
You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody have anything? Man up here, I say on margin, which means stand. You want to shout up here? No sweat, no sweat. Leviathan, present thyself.
Leviathan, Ban Yahanna, Ban Yasharala.
Leviathan, Ban Yahanna, Ban Yashala.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Tatham.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
All right, man up here, Shabium, which means to be seated. All right, we're going to continue on where we left off. We're going to get Leviticus chapter 4, 27 through 33. If you take that, Kagar.
Come on, book Leviticus chapter 4, verse 27. Wa'am, Napash, Akah, Takata. Well, that's like is that Ta'a, right? Or that's
Where are you?
I'm at the-
Akath, Thaka, Ta'a.
oh, so that is something. Takata'a.
Mhm.
All right. Basha Gaga, Ma'ain, Ha'arataza, Ba'aishata, Akah, Mamam Tazawa, Yahweh, Ashar, La'ah, Da'aishayan, Da'aishayana, Yana, Wa'asham, verse 28. Awa, Hawadai, Ali, Alyua, Kata, Thawa,
Kata'afwa.
O Kata Afwa, Ashar, Kata'a, Wahabaya,
Yaba'a. Baya'a.
oh, separate. Baya'a, Quarabanwa, Sha'ai, Yarath, Isayam, Matha Yama, Nakwaba, Al, Kata Afwa, Ashar, Kata'a, verse 29. Wasamak, Yadwa, Al, Ra'ash, Hakata'ah, Washakat, Hakata'ah, Bama Kwawam, Ha'ila, verse 30. Wala Kwak, Hanahan, Madama, Ba'aratas of Iowa, Wanathan, Al, Kwawana, Mazabak, Ha'ila, Wa'ah, Kal, Dama, Yashapak, Al, Yasawad, Hamazabak, 31. Wa'ah, Kal, Kalabah, Yasayar, Ka'ashar, Hawasar, Lakab, Ma'al, Zabak, Hasha Lamya, Waha Tayar, Hakahan, Hamaza Baka, Lavrayak, Nayakaka, Layahawa, Wakapar, Alyua, Hakahan, Wanasalak, Lawa, verse 32. Wa'am, Kabash, Yabaya'ah, Kwawabandwa, Lakata'ah, Lakrawaba, Tabayam, Mayamma, Yaba Ya Yaba Yana Ana, verse 33. Wasamak, Af, Yadwa, Al, Ra'ash, Hakata'ah, Washakat, Atha, Lakata'ah, Mawakwawam,
Bama.
Bama Ashar, Yashakata, no, Yashakat, Ha'ila,
Most High in Christ. To the Jonah, Michael Poland. If we all that, why you here, dude?
Right.
Like that ass. Why you here? We all that you just said. Why you here? There's a whole ton of people out there that I think are, you know, wannabes and fools and whatnot. I don't watch them.
Right.
Why? Because I I see that they're fools.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I see that they're wannabes, and who do they want to be? They want to be us.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jesus is black. Yes, he is. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe that, you ain't got to believe it. But when Christ cracks that sky, that next thing you're going to see, after you see that Jesus is black, is you're going to see a sword come across your neck.
Right.
That's going to be the last thing you see. If you're lucky, you know what I'm saying? If actually if you're lucky, you ain't gonna see nothing. You're just gonna see a bright flash.
Right.
You're just gonna see a bright flash. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's that? You know what I'm saying? Boom, and then you're born again.
Right.
Right.
You don't understand that? You want me to help you understand that? If you're lucky, you're gonna die with the nuclear weapons. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be a bright flash.
Right.
If you survive that, Christ is coming for you. He's gonna cut your head off. That's it. If you survive that, there are gonna be people who survive that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there are gonna be some white people that ain't gonna get their heads cut off right then when Christ comes back. You're going into chains. You know what I'm saying? You're going into chains. Give me that scripture that says, "Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess." Real quick, have you ever heard of that? You know, you never heard of that? It's some new stuff to you. Have you heard of this? What I'm saying? You know, okay. So right now we're in World War III. World War III has already started. The definition of a world war is when multiple countries, multiple nations, you know, fight basically each other. You know what I'm saying? There's multiple different wars going on right now. Sooner or later, you know, and just about every other week, every other month, another nation joins in from one side to another on different fronts. Soon is going to be one side versus another side. That's going to be the start of, you know, that's going to, like I said, it's already started. That's World War III. At the culmination of that, nuclear weapons are going to be introduced. And that's coming from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? America will be turned into what the Christians say, the lake of fire. What is nuclear, you know, energy is very hot. This whole place is gonna be a lake of fire. You know what I'm saying? Christ is gonna come back. He's gonna destroy a whole ton of people. You know what I'm saying? They say it's gonna be blood up to the horse's bridle. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be blood up into the horse's bridle, and then you know everybody's gonna be like, all right, whatever, you know, chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why do we say we want this? Because we ain't gonna be nowhere near this. Right. According to the scripture, it says, once this stuff happens, we're gonna be caught up, taken away on chariots until all this stuff passes by. So we're gonna be eating popcorn, you know what I'm saying? Right. And getting ready to come back and put everybody in place. So you have some?
Now, if I could, going back to what you said, that's why our ancestors, they used to sing it. Swing
low, sweet chariots. Yeah. What them chariots were? Them chariots is the Most High's chariots. You know what I'm saying? What you know the white man calls UFOs. Right. Swing low, sweet chariots coming forth to carry us home. Have you heard of that song? Swing low, sweet chariots. You've heard of that? Yeah. So that's what the slaves were singing in the fields. Slaves were singing that in the fields because we knew, hey, only way to get us out of this is if Christ comes back. The Most High God sends Christ back to get us out of this captivity.
Right.
So when swing low, sweet chariots, they come home. You know what I'm saying? People like this Poland guy. You know what I'm saying? hey, talk your stuff now. Go ahead. You have some.
Yeah, and if you want a good visual, what he just broke down, Terminator Judgment Day.
Yeah.
When the Edomite when that nuke went off.
Yeah, and her face melted. She was gone before her face melted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All you're gonna see is a flash. And just look at the light and just blink. That's gonna be your fate. That's if you're really lucky. You know what I'm saying? If you're really lucky, you know what I'm saying, you're just gonna blink in and you ain't gonna have no worries. If you survive, you know what I'm saying, the nuclear attack, you know what I'm saying? Phone's gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be lawlessness going on all over, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You think even if you prep, you can't prep enough for this because you're going to see chariots, UFOs coming from the sky, and 200 million nigga angels with a nigga with a crown on. You know what I'm saying? With a sword, and he's coming to chop your head off. And then through all that, this is what's going to happen. Read what you got.
The book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 10, that at the name of the Jesus Christ, every knee shall bow of the things in heaven and the things in earth and the things under earth, that every tongue should confess that Jesus Christ is Lord in the glory of God of the Father.
So it says every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. How is that going to happen? He's going to chop off so many heads that people are going to be like, all right, don't chop off my head. You know what I'm saying? Don't do what you did to the millions and millions of other people around the world. It's not just going to happen in America. It's going to be all over the world. So when they see this, they're going to see people, their loved ones, heads are going to be rolling on the floor and whatnot. And the mighty U.S. military is going to be in shambles. The militias that's going to pop up is going to be in shambles. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be like, well, the police force is going to be in shambles. The what they thought that, the police force could do something. The National Guard, they can do something. All that's going to be in shambles. And then when they realize they have no hope and no faith and no future, that's when they're going to submit.
Right.
That's when they're going to be like, all right, I'll kneel down to you. You know what I'm saying? You are the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings, and I will do anything and everything that you say.
Right.
And every Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian will be in charge of the entire earth.
Right. Now, if I could, because people that's watching the stream might think this sounds crazy, it's all hate. All this is justice, because it don't even sound glory compared to what they did to us. They used to, history that they erased from us in school, they used to have hot boiling water and they put sugar in it. And they'd take the slave and hang him and dump him in that hot water because sugar turns the water super hot.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to boil them alive. Stuff like that we forgot about. And what we want is justice for them crimes to happen. And if we forget about the past, they're going to continue to do this stuff to us.
Oh, yeah.
And we ain't going to even know what justice is. Right now, we speaking about justice. We want slavery from white people. We want their lives. They owe us 800 years of their lives.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. With all that war going on, you know what I'm saying, and destruction going on, we're going to need a slave force to rebuild it. And I'm not lifting a brick. I will lift a whip.
Right.
I'm going to lift a whip. I ain't going to lift a brick. I ain't going to lift no, nah, I'm going to say, get this stuff done, build this 4-story, mansion, 10,000 square feet. Y'all better get it done, or the skins on your back ain't gonna be here. Y'all better I don't know how you gonna do it. Y'all better do it. I'll be back. I'm going to the beach. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll be back. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave another nigga in charge who's angry. I'm gonna have to hold him back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to hold it. You know how the way the slave master, the master was like kind of nice, but the overseer was the meanest nigga on the plantation. Yeah, it's gonna be the opposite of way. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna wish for me to come back so I can hold this nigga back. They're gonna wish. They're gonna wish. Yeah, I remember 12 years of slaves. They just left that nigga hanging all day, and they was waiting on master to come back. Yeah. That was a true story. I don't know if y'all know that. That was a true story. He got kidnapped and they put him into slavery. That actually happened. Now just imagine of all the atrocities that happened to the men and women who didn't come out of slavery, who lived and died in slavery. All the things that they done. Gator bait. I know y'all heard of gator bait. You heard of gator bait? They used to tie up babies, black babies. Tie them, put a rope around them, and put them at the edge of the swamp. When they cry, the gators will come and get them. And then since they chomp down on the babies and the rope was around them, they pull the baby out, and the gator will still have a hold of them. and then they'll kill the gator and then put the baby out again. They use our babies for gator bait. You've heard that? No, this is your first time hearing that? You're gonna learn a lot. Just keep coming to class. Just keep coming to class. There's things like that we don't even know. We don't even, you know how many lakes that are in the South that used to be black towns, that they flooded our towns because we were doing things that they couldn't do, like just be self-sufficient and not need the white man, and they hated that, so they flooded our towns. You know what I'm saying? You heard of Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the famous ones, Seneca Village. That's Central Park.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. All these things that they've done to us that we don't even know. These are the things that we know. Right. The things that we don't even know, they deserve, just like you said, 800 years of slavery. How many times they ripped our babies from our hands and we had no power to get them back and sold them to another plantation just because.
Right.
Just because they said there was a disease because we wanted our freedom. I forget what it was called, but they said because we wanted our freedom, they called it a disease. Yeah. 800 years is getting off light.
Right.
800 years, and the reason why so much heads have to roll is because this Edomite is such a proud beast that they have to be pummeled into submission. They just can't say like, all right, we see the might that you have, and we can't contest with that. We'll give in. No, they're gonna try and fight until the death.
Right.
And they will fight until they die. They will fight until they ain't not one angel is gonna get killed. Christ ain't gonna have no scratch, no nothing. Bullets is gonna bounce right off of them. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know what I'm saying, we're talking about the law. So like, y'all done got me, reminiscing,
Right,
reminiscing on the future.
right.
Only niggas can do that. Slack. Let's keep going. So let's keep going. Where we at?
Leviticus 27.
We're doing it in English now?
Yeah,
All right, Most High in Christ.
No, Salakia. Leviticus chapter 4, verse 27. And if any one of the common people sin through ignorance, while he doeth somewhat against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which ought not to be done, and be guilty, or if his sin which he has sinned come to his knowledge, then he shall bring his offering, a kid of the goats.
So real quick, it's saying if you did something and you didn't know, like usury, most of us don't know that, that's a sin. You know what I'm saying? And then if we were to do that and we find out like, oh damn, I did that, I wasn't supposed to do that. We still have to atone for it. Even ignorance is. You ever heard of ignorance is no excuse to the law or something like that? You heard that? Just because you didn't know that you're breaking the law, you're still going to be held accountable. Well, even in the white man's court, if you can prove that you really didn't know that you broke this law, they may lessen the punishment. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the Most High, and that really comes from here. Everything the white man does, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who they think that there's good is coming from here.
Right.
And then they bastardize it and demonize it and then turn it into something totally, outrageous, right? So it said earlier, if you were to sin and you knew it, you had to bring a bullock. You know what I'm saying? Big beast, something that means high value to you. But if you sin and you didn't know you sinned and it came to mind, you're still gonna have to atone for it. But the price is not gonna be this big. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the price of a kid goat, right? Let's keep going.
A kid of the goats, a female without blemish, for his sin which he have sinned.
So it says a leader, it had to be a young kid goat, a male goat. For common folk, like us, we common folk, and we sin and we didn't know this, it would be a female goat. Why? Because the Lord said so. That's all I need to know.
Right.
That's all I need to know. Let's keep going.
Verse 29. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering and slay the sin offering in the place of the burnt offering. And the priest shall take up the blood thereof with his finger and put it upon the horns of the altar of the burnt offering, and shall pour out all the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat is taken away from off the sacrifice of the peace offering. And the priest shall burn it upon the altar for a sweet savor unto the Lord. And the priest shall make a atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. And if he bring a lamb for a sin offering, he shall bring it a female without blemish. 33. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering and slay it for a sin offering in the place where they will kill the burnt offering.
Most High Christ. All right, men up here, I say I'm marching, which means to stand. Gosh, Allah, present thyself.
SHALAM, ban Yahanna, ban SHALAM.
Gosh, Allah, ban Yahanna, ban Yahanna.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatum.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatum. All right, man, up here, Yeshaviim, which means be seated. All right, we're going to get this next one in the Hebrew. Leviticus 4, 34 to 35, and then 5, 1 through 5. I'm going to take this one. Leviticus 4 and 34. Walla Kwach, Hakahan, Madam, Haka Ta'ah, Ba'a Tazaba'aiwa, Wanathan, Al, Kwa Ranath, Mazabak, Ha'ila, Wa'ath, Kal, Mada, Slakit, Dama, Yashapak, Al, Yasawad, Amazabak, verse 35, Wa'ath, Kal, Ha, Laba, Yasayar, Kashar, Yawasar, Malab, Slakit, Halab, Hakashab, Mazabak, Ha Shalamyam, Waha Kwatayar, Hakahan, Atham, Ama Zabaha, Al, Ashia, Yahweh, Wakapar, Al Yawa, Hakahan, Al, Haka Ta'afwa, Ashar, Kata'a, Wasa Sakit, Wana, Salak, Lawa, Leviticus 5 and 1. Wanapash, Kaya, Thaha, Ta'a, Washa, Ma'ai, Kwawal, Allah, Waha Wa'a, Aid, Awa, Ra'a, Awa, Yada'ai, La Wa'a, Yagayad, Wana Sha'a, Iwa, Iwanwa, Rasu, Awa, Napash, Ashar, Thaga, Thaga'ai, Bakal, Dabar, Tama'a, Awa, Bana, Balath, Khaya, Tama'a, Awa, Bana, Balath, Bahama, Tama'a, Awa, Bana, Balath, Sharataza, Tama'a, Wana, Ilam, Mamamnawa, Waha Wa'a, Tama'a, Wa Asham, verse 3, Awa, Kaya, Yaga'ai, Bata Ma'ath, Adam, Lakal, Tama'afwa, Shar, Yata Ma'a, Baha, Wana Ilam, Mamamnawa, Ha, Sake Waha, Wa'a, Yada'ai, Wa Asham, verse 4, Awa, Napash, Kaya, Tha, Shabai, Laba Ta'a, Basha, Pathium, Laha Ra'ai, Awa, Laha Yata Yab, Lakal, Ashar, Yaba Ta'a, Ha'adam, Basha Ba'ai, Wana Ilam, Mamamnawa, Waha Wa'a, Yada'ai, Wa Asham, Laha Slake, La Achaf, Ma'ala, Verse 5. Waha wa haya kaya ya asham. La hath ma Allah waha tawada ashar khata'a I al ya. We're gonna read the same passage in English. We're gonna get Leviticus 4, 34 to 35, and then 5, 1 through 5.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 4, verse 34. And the priest shall take of the blood of the sin offering with his finger, and put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour it out of all the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar. Verse 35. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat of the lamb is taken away from the sacrifice of the peace offerings, and the priest shall burn them upon the altar, according to the offerings made by fire unto the Lord. And the priest shall make an atonement for his sin that he hath committed, and it shall be forgiven him. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 5, verse 1. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, it is a witness, whether he have seen or known of it. If he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity. Verse 2. Or if a soul touch any unclean thing, whether it be a carcass of an unclean beast, or a carcass of unclean cattle, or the carcass of unclean creeping things, and if it be hidden from him, he also shall be unclean and guilty.
So it's saying if you touch anything that's unclean, or if you touch carcass, dead body of an unclean animal, or cattle, or a creeping thing, even if you don't know it, you're still guilty. Let's say during COVID. Oh no, let's go back. Let's go back even further. The Black Plague. Everybody heard of the Black Plague, right? That was, that was through mice, because these bastards was some dirty bastards. Should be called the White Plague, because black people wasn't having that. You know what I'm saying? If you was just a little bit clean, if you follow the law, if you keep reading, you know what I'm saying, follow the law, there wouldn't have been no Black Plague. But so that was carried on, during, because they had mice. A whole ton of people, died because of that. Now, if someone died and you didn't know that they died of the Black Plague, and it was very contagious. Black Plague was very contagious at the time. It still is contagious because it's still around. And you touched them and you contracted it. Just because you didn't know you touched them doesn't mean, oh, well, I didn't know that they, had the Black Plague, so I shouldn't, get the Black Plague. No, it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's reason, again, science that says, science in the Bible. It says if you touch something that's unclean and a dead body is unclean, don't touch it. If you touch it, then you're unclean. And if you're unclean, there's laws for people being unclean. It means you have to stay away. You can't touch anybody else. Why? Because you may contracted some disease that killed that unclean thing. You know what I'm saying? Or that unclean thing had something that you touch, and now you touch it, and now you have it. So you need to stay away from everybody so that you don't give it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's what the law states about it. It has nothing to do with I don't even know what how they would come up against that. You know what I'm saying? But it's basically saying you may have contracted whatever killed them. So stay away. And if you died, we know it was because of whatever that was. If you survived, then we know that you didn't contract it. Now, after a certain amount of time, if you're unclean, you would have to clean yourself and stay away for a certain amount of days, depending on the thing that made you unclean. So you stayed away for that specific time. And again, we're going to read through all of it, and we're going to see how much time, you were to stay away from being unclean. But you would stay away for a certain amount of time. I believe touch a dead body is 7 days.
Yeah.
7 days. So in this case, you would wash yourself, you know what I'm saying, get cleaned up and stay away from 7 days. After the 8th day, you can come back in. Oh, you still alive? Most High in Christ. Yeah, let's go get a drink. You know what I'm saying? So that was science. You know what I'm saying? Science in the Bible. Like, hey, don't go next to these, you know, these dead things. Don't do that. Why? Because you can contract it and bring it in here. That goes for illnesses as well. If you're sick, say something and stay away. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm sick. I'm down. I'll be out for a little while. Stay away so you don't give it to everybody else. That's science in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? These bastards. COVID told the rest of the world what I already knew, that these heathens are some nasty bastards. Some real nasty bastards. I've gone to places where I just see them just sneeze and just see the freaking dust cloud just go in the air. Like, you dirty, nasty bastard. Go in the bathroom and just walk out. You know what I'm saying? Shit and get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are a nasty bastard. Let me see where you're going so I don't touch anything that you touch. You know what I'm saying? These are some nasty people. You know what I'm saying? Wash their hands only because someone else is in there, so that they won't get, you know, thought of as being that. You still a nasty bastard because you didn't use no soap. You didn't. you just sprinkle some water on your hands and think I don't know what you're doing. You were a nasty bastard. You know what I'm saying? It took COVID to tell people you need to wash your hands with soap and running water for at least 2 minutes for these people to know that they nasty. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These people, man, all that's in the Bible. Right. Wash your hands, wash your hind parts. If you're sick, stay away from people. You know what I'm saying? You have something? So like,
now, if I could, since we're on the subject, this is heavy. Like, the church don't speak nothing about cleanliness in the Bible. Like, just our people, like, all the way from sex. Like, brothers don't even know, according to the Bible, when you have sex, you're supposed to bathe right after. That got scripture even back.
Go ahead.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 15, verse 18. The women also with whom man shall lie with, seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water and be unclean until the evening. But you ain't gonna read this in the church because they ain't gonna speak on it. They don't know about it.
They think it's done away with.
Right.
They think that I don't know what the hell they think. I don't know. Seriously, I don't know what they think. But I know that they're just as disgusting as you know, people who don't go to church.
Right.
Because they think, you know, just because like I said, I don't know what they think. They think some rottenness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't even know that till I came in here. Right. You know what I'm saying? That you were technically unclean until, you know, first you gotta do two things. You gotta clean yourself, and then you gotta wait till the evening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just for me, it's just, you know, it's just automatic that you clean yourself. Why wouldn't you? Right. You know what I'm saying? But to know that you can't come around people until the evening at least, you know what I'm saying? That was new to me.
Right.
That was new to me until I came in here, and then I seen a whole ton of different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, there's a reason why we don't, you know, shake people's hands. A lot of people,
right? Even
when you just cough, you know, or sneeze, how do you sneeze? You know what I'm saying? You cover your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you got a runny nose.
Right.
These Edomites do some dirty, disgusting thing. I'm not shaking that thing. I'm like, all right, I see you.
Right. You
know what I'm saying? I see.
Watch their meat.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Pun intended. Salaki. Right. I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep it going. We're gonna get Leviticus 5, 6 through 12. It's the last one, right?
So like I said, I wasn't finished.
Oh, you wasn't finished? My bad.
Verse 3.
My bad.
No sweat, you too out. This is the book of Leviticus chapter.
I'm running my mouth.
Having
a good old time. My bad. My apologies.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 5, verse 3. Or if he touched the uncleanness of man whatsoever, uncleanness it be that a man shall be defiled withal, and it be hid from him. when he knoweth of it, then he shall be guilty. Verse 4. Or if a soul swear, pronouncing with his lips to do evil or to do good, whatsoever it be that a man shall pronounce within oath, and it be hid from him, when he knoweth of it, then he shall be guilty in one of these. Verse 5. And it shall be, when he shall be guilty in one of these things, that he shall confess that he hath sinned in that thing.
That's it.
That kind of.
1 second. All right. It's like I'm gonna keep it going. Leviticus 5:6-12. Waha baya'a af ashamwa la yahawa al ka ta'afwa ashar kata'a na kwaba mana ataza'an ka shabah awa sha'ai yaraf izayam lacha ta'af wakapar alyua hakahan macha ta'afwa. Verse 7. Wa'am la'a Baga ya'a yadwa the ya. No sweat. There's one right there as well. Salakia Wills. Yadya Shaha Waha Baya'a Af Ashamwa Ashar Kata'a Shafya Tharayam Awa Shanya Banya Yawana La Yahawa Ahad La Ha'af Wa Ahad La Ila. Verse 8. Waha Baya'a Atham Al Hakahan Waha Kwarayab Af Ashar Lacha Ta'af Ra'ashawan. It's like a Ra'ashawana Wama Lak Af Ra'ashwa Mamam Wal Ara Irapwa Wala'a Yabad Yal. Verse 9. Wahaza Badam Haka Ta'ath Al Rayak Sake Kwar Yar Hamazabak Waha Nasha'ar Badam Yama Taza'a Slake Maya Taza Al Yasawad Haka Hamazabak Ha Ta'ath Hawa'a. Verse 10. Wa'ath Ha Shanya Ya Aisha Aila Kama Shapat Waka Par Al Yawa Hakahan Macha Athwa. It's like a Macha Ta'athwa Ashar Ha Ta'a Wana Salach Lawa. Verse 11. Wa'am La'a Thasha Yag Yadwa Lasha Lashathia Tharayam Awa Lashanya Banya Yawana Waha Baya'a Ath Kwara Bunwa Ashar Kata'a Aishi Yarath Ha Apa Lasa Saka Salaf Lacha Ta'ath La'a Yashayam Alya Shaman Wala'a Yathan Alya La Bana Kaya Hata'ath Hawa'a. Verse 12. Waha Baya'a Al Hakahan Wakwa Mataza Hakahan Mamamna Malawa'a Makwa Flake Kwama Tazawa Aza Kwaratha Waha Kwat Yar Hamazabaha Al Ayash Flake Ashia Yahawa Hata'ath Hawa'a. We're going to read the same passage in English. Leviticus 5, 6 through 12. You could get that?
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 5, verse 6.
Hold on, real quick. I just have something because Samuel Manley came in and he said something. If y'all know Samuel Manley, he's a Hamite, and he loves coming in here and talking, some stuff. He says, false prophets, man, stop it. And I say, you are.
It's here.
Let's keep going.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 5, verse 6. And he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Lord for his sin which he hath sinned. A female from the flock, a lamb or a kid of the goats for a sin offering, and the priest shall make an atonement for him concerning his sin. Verse 7. And if he be not able to bring a lamb, then he shall bring for his trespass, which he hath committed, two turtle doves or 2 young pigeons unto the Lord, one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering. Verse 8. And he shall bring them unto the priest, who shall offer that which is for the sin offering first, and wrink off his head from his neck, but shall not divide it asunder. Verse 9. And he shall sprinkle of the blood of the sin offering upon the side of the altar, and the rest of the blood shall run out of the bottom of the altar. It is a sin offering. Verse 10. And he shall offer a second for a burnt offering according to the manner, and the priest shall make an atonement for him for his sin which he hath sinned, and it shall be forgiven him. Verse 11. But if he be not able to bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, then he that sinned shall bring for his offering the 10th part of an ephah of fine flour for a sin offering. He shall put no oil upon it, neither shall he put any frankincense thereon, for it is a sin offering. Verse 12. Then shall he bring it to the priest, and the priest shall take his handful of it, even a memorial thereof, and burn it on the altar according to the offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a sin offering.
Most High Christ. So it's showing you that even if you can't atone for your sin this way, it gives you a backup. You know what I'm saying? And there's not many, but there was a backup in particular for this incident. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, Israel took advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? It's so much so that the Most High had to send Christ to atone for it and make it final, and that's it. Anybody have any questions before we close it out? Any comments online? Type it in. Samuel Manley, appreciate your algorithm, but you know what? You are still good. Why you up in here, man? Like, yo, really? Why you here? Every week this dude is here. But anyway, anybody have anything? Nah, with that, the only men up here only, I say Amajim, which means to stand. Yeah, go ahead.
La Yashal.
Men of Israel, gird thy loins to prepare to salute the Torah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna come there, tip like this, and you're gonna go like that. One more time. That. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Yah. Most High in Christ. What you did was you pledged to the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was.
Majum, which means to stand. Wapaya Hakudam, which means
Slow it down. Slow it down.
Okay, kind of.
Stand, that means everybody, right? All right, now keep going.
Imagine which means to stand. Block it. That's got 10 times. Yeah. Wapaya Hakudam, which means turn and face the east. What we're gonna do, we're gonna say the Lord's Hebrew prayers in the Hebrew. Just repeat after me. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shimka, Yahweh, Taba'a, Ratazayah, Hayah, I.S.U.P.K, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Lathunanawa, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalakina, Kabawatina, Kasalakina, Kabawatina, Wala'a, Tabayayana, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashayana, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Lakuk, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Watapara, Aman.
And in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. Thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
We're gonna say the power in the Hebrew. Repeat after me. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushua. Baba Kasha. Lathunanawa. Hakak. La Pa'a. Kal Maka Allah. Bakal Marawa. Hakak. La Tahar. Hamatazariah. Hakak. La Hapi. Hamathi. Hakak. Araka Awaf. Hatama Allah. Nagar Shun. Bahashem Yahushua. The water Aman.
Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. Power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. Power to cleanse lepers. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
We're going to say, bless Israel in Hebrew. Repeat after me. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushua. Barak Lanaw. Wayasha Allah. Wahabayah. Sapari. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Hagun. Bahashem Yahushua. Wada Amun.
Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. Bless. Heal. Shield. Protect. Our loved ones. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
We're going to say Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Repeat after me. Asha'a. Ayanya. Ahahori. Ma'ayan. Yaba'a. Aizari. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. I.S.U.P.K. Shemayim. Barataza. Ayathan. Lamawat. Bagal. Al Yanawam,
Al Yanawam,
Shamar,
Shamar,
Hana,
Hana,
La'a,
La'a,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yayashun,
Yayashun,
Shawamar,
Sharamah,
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamar,
Shamar,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Zalka,
Zalka,
Al Ya,
Al Ya,
Yamyaka,
Yamyaka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'a,
La'a,
Yakarka,
Yakaka,
Wayarak,
Wayara,
Walayala,
Layala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashmar,
Kalrai,
Kalra,
Yashamar,
Yashmar,
Afna Pasha,
Afnapash,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashmar,
Taza Afka,
Tadalaka,
Wabu Afka,
Baba,
Ma'aitha,
Ma'aitha,
Wa'ai Awalam,
Blood Alam,
Wada Aman,
Waraman.
I will lift up mine eyes to the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
Help coming from Yahweh.
My help comes from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
You will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
You will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee,
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel,
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor
shall
sleep.
neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth,
From this time
and
forth,
even forevermore.
be it nevermore,
So be it.
so be it.
We're going to say Psalms 83 in Hebrew, you have to meet. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al Damayalaka,
Al Damayalaka,
Al Takarash,
Al Takarash,
Wa Al Dashakwat,
Al Dashquat,
Al
Al
Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Awayabyaka,
Awayab,
Yahama Yawan,
Yahamani One,
Wa Mashanayaka,
Wamashanayaka,
Nasha Awa,
Nasha'awa,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al Aimaka,
Al Aimka,
Arayamu,
Yariyama,
Sawa,
Sawa,
Wayata Yaitas,
Wayat,
Al Tazapawanyaka,
Al
Amara,
Amar,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakaki,
Wanakaki,
Magoya,
Magoya,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yasakar,
Yasakar,
Sham Yasha'al,
Sham Yashal,
Iwa,
Iwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa Aitas,
La'is,
La,
La,
Yakal,
Kai,
Ayak,
Ayaka,
Baya,
Warya,
Yakarath,
Yakara,
Ahoya,
Ahoy,
Arawam,
Adawam,
Wayashama Ayu,
Wayashma'ayim,
Mawa Ab,
Wa'ab,
Wahagari,
Wahagari,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'imawam,
Wa'imawam,
Wamala,
Lamalak,
Palashaf,
Palashah,
Am Yashabi,
Yashabi,
Tazwul,
Tajawar,
Gumashawul,
Gamashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Sarawai,
Sarawat,
Labaya Lawa,
Labaya Lawa,
Salah,
Salah,
Aishalaham,
Aishalaham,
Kamadi,
Kamadi,
Saya Sara'ah,
Kisari Sara'at,
Kiyabi,
Yabi,
Banakol,
Banakol,
Kuyashua,
Yashma,
Nashamadu,
Nashimadu,
Ba'ayanda Ira,
Ayanda Ira,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Dava,
Dama,
the Adama,
Adama,
Shayatamu,
Shaydamwa,
Nadiyamu,
Nadiyamu,
Ka'ira,
Akara,
because of Abu,
because of Abba,
because of Ba,
because of Ba,
because of Zamanai,
because of Zamanai,
Kana Sayakangu,
come,
Ashor,
Shah,
Amar,
Amar,
Nayar Rashad,
Ayurashah,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Ah,
Ah,
Na'awa,
Na'awa,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayatamu,
Shaydamwa,
Kagogulu,
Kagogulu,
Kakwash,
Kwash,
Sapanyaraka,
Lapanyaraka,
Ka'ash,
Ash,
Saba Ira Ya Ira,
Yaba Ira, Ira,
Wakala Haba,
Kalahaba,
Dalahat,
Salahat,
Faryam,
Aryam,
Khan,
Khan,
Devadat,
Duradat,
Basta Ira,
Basarika,
Ubasa Papat,
Basopa,
the Bahalam,
the Bahalam,
Mala'at,
Mala,
Panyaham,
Panyam,
Palawan,
Palawan,
Wayabakwash,
Wayabakwash,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahaw,
Yahweh,
Yabash,
Yabash,
Wayabahayu,
Wayabahaw,
Ajai,
Ajai,
Wayakapaw,
Wayakapaw,
Wayabadu,
Wayabad,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kaya,
Kriya,
Atha,
Atha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahaw,
Yahweh,
Labaka,
Labak,
Al Yawan,
Ayamam,
Al Kaharatas,
Araza,
Wadama,
Warama.
keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
Lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
They that hate thee,
They that hate thee,
have lifted up the head.
lifted up the
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty
against
counsel
thy people.
against thy
They
people.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy hidden
They
ones.
have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off.
let us cut them off.
From being a nation, that the name of Israel,
That the name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more remembered.
They have consulted together.
They consulted together.
One consent.
One consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee.
are confederate against the
Tabernacles of Edom.
tabernacles of
And
Edom,
the Ishmaelites.
and the Ishmaelites,
Moab.
and the Moab,
Hagarenes.
Hagarenes,
Baal and Ammon.
born out,
And Amalek.
and Amalek,
Philistines.
Philistines,
The inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur is also drawn with them.
Ashur is also drawn with them.
They have hope in the children of life.
They have hope in the children of life.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them
As unto the Midianites.
as unto Midianites,
As to Sisera.
as to Sarah,
As to Jabin.
as to Jabin,
And the brook of Shaw.
the brook of Shon,
Perished at Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They
From
became
the dung
dung
for
for
the
the
earth.
Make their nobles like a rat.
Make the nobles like a rat,
Like the
like that. Yea,
all their princes.
all their princes.
As a vibe.
And as a vibe.
And as a Muna.
And as a Muna.
Who said,
who said,
let us take to
let
ourselves.
us take to
The
ourselves
house of Yahweh in possession.
the house of Yahanna in possession,
Hold my power.
Hold my power.
Make them like the wheel.
make them like the wheel,
As stubble before the wind.
as stone before the
As
wind,
the fire burneth the wood.
as the fire
And
the
as the
woods,
flame set the mountains on
and as the
fire.
flame set the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute them.
So persecute
with
them
thy tempest.
with thy tempest,
And make them
and
afraid.
make them afraid
With thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with
Show
shame.
their faces with shame,
They may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy
O
name.
Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let it be confounded.
Let it be confounded.
Trouble forever.
Trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let it be put to shame.
Let it be put to shame,
Perish.
and perish,
That men may
that
know.
men may know
That thou,
that thou,
whose name
whose
alone,
name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high,
art the Most High
of all the earth.
of all the earth.
So be it.
So be it.
You want to say the blessings of the Hebrew got to me? Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh,
By Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yahweh Shah,
Mama Yaka Allah.
Wa Yaka Allah,
Allah Yahanna.
Allah Wap Yahanna,
Sorry. Mataza Bayah.
Yeah,
Allah Wap Yahanna.
Allah Wap Yahanna,
Allah Wapin.
Allah Wap,
Ha Saranya.
Asuran,
Ha Kwadsa Yoyo.
Akos Yoyo,
Ha Koya Yoyo.
Akoya Yoyo,
Baha Waki.
Wahagwa,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Ba Shim Yahweh Shah.
Ba Shimi Yahweh Shah,
The Wada
the
Amon.
water Amon.
Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh,
And Yahweh Shah.
and Yahweh Shah,
Michael.
and Michael,
And the angels.
and the angels,
Commanding
General Yahanna,
generals.
the general, captains, officers, troopers, and the sisters,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Name Yahweh Shah.
and the name Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
be it.
So be it.
We're going to say the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth,
All things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
And the name of Yahweh Shah.
and the name Yahweh Shah.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now,
Right now.
right now.
The evils and curses.
The evils and curses,
Punishment and destruction.
and punishment and destruction
To the heathen.
to the heathen
That speak against us.
speak against
Thy
us,
prophets.
the prophets,
The teachers.
the teachers,
The princes.
the princes,
The priests.
the priests,
The Israelite brothers.
the Israelite brothers,
And the school.
and the school.
The evils and curses.
the evils and curses,
And punishment and destruction.
and punishment and
To
destruction
the heathen.
to the heathen,
And shake loose.
and shake loose.
Treasures of the rich of Israel.
treasures rich of
That
Israel,
refuse to give to the
that
school.
refuse to get to school,
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
Into thy sanctuary.
enter into our sanctuary,
And evils and curses.
the evils and curses,
Punishment and
and
destruction.
punishment and destruction
To the Edomites.
to the Edomites,
And the nations.
and the nations,
And the drug dealers.
and the drug dealers,
The court system.
the court system,
Prison
system,
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood,
All the governments of our
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman
Roman Catholic Church.
Catholic Church,
Pope.
Pope,
Islam.
Islam,
Christianity.
Christianity,
Egyptology.
Egyptology,
Militia.
militia,
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation,
Skinheads.
Skinheads,
Posse Comitatus.
Posse Comitatus,
Gay movement.
Gay movement,
Lesbian movement.
Lesbian movement,
Spies.
Spies,
Workers of witchcraft.
workers of witchcraft,
That's the space
not
program.
the space program,
Army.
Army,
Navy.
Navy,
Air
Air
Force.
Marines,
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
open up the internet,
And the airways.
and the airways,
Cable access channel.
cable access
And
channel,
a radio channel.
and radio channel,
Convict the spirit.
convict the spirits
Of any of thy people.
of any of thy people
That seek to stop
that
us.
seek to stop
And
us
bring swift
and bring
destruction.
swift destruction
To all the heathen.
to all the heathen
That stand in our way.
that stand in our way,
Will try and stop
and
us.
try to stop us
Broadcasting your
from
word.
broadcasting your words
Throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the
Let
plagues.
loose all the
Let
plagues,
loose all the
let
plagues.
loose all the plagues,
Let loose all the
let
plagues.
loose all the plagues,
Cause them to go.
cause them to go
To and fro.
to and fro
Through the earth.
through the earth,
And consume them.
and consume
Let the plagues.
that the plagues
Shake the house of the thief.
shake the houses of the thief
And the murderer.
and the murderer,
That Yahweh shot.
that Yahweh shot.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucer.
come down with the flying saucer,
Punch all the heathen.
punish all the heathens
That speak against
that
us.
speak against us,
Like that come up against
that
us.
come up against us,
As we speak thy
as we
word.
speak thy word,
Cause to be known.
cause it to be known
By
by all.
That is the angels that have done it.
It's the angels who have done it,
Cause it to be spread.
cause it to be spread
Through the media.
through the media,
Throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world,
Cause them to shake that coming.
cause them to shake up that
In
coming.
the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Mr. Terry. Shall we, Mr. Since we said it. Men of Israel, we'll get a teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amajin Shabbat. Amajin. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
How about Shem Yahweh Shai Brakatham?
Yaya Matah. Star which means to turn. Since you may stand. Men of Israel will get the sister one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amajin Shabbat. Imajin. Barak. Yahweh
Shema
Shema.
Atah Hashem Yahweh Shah.
So you'll stand like since you'll stand like this with your hand crossed, and then you'll say, repeat Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah.
How Shema.
Oh yeah, Yahweh, Shema Ala Thumb. So it's Yahweh, Shema Ala Thumb, by Hashem Yahweh Shah. And that's it. And then with men of Israel, sorry,
Hold on. We said
oh yeah, so like
Yahweh Shema Thun by all together.
Yahweh,
Shema Atah Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh, class dismissed. burning.